Hey everybody, I'm Judy Doherty and I'm making for you today a cabbage potato, would you call it a casserole perhaps? And what are we going to be using is our stack cooker. So you're going to use the base and the cover for this. So this is your 3-quart base. What you're going to do is you're going to start with cabbage, and I've already washed this cabbage. And you always want to make sure you wash any fruit or vegetable when you bring it home from the grocery store, because anything could be touching it. Sorry for my voice, guys. It's like, it just never fails, right? Never fails. It starts to give out. So I'm going to take my cabbage and cut it, as you can see, like nice slices, and then cut those into 2/3, all right? Using one of our universal chef knives for that makes the job pretty easy. Anytime you have a nice sharp blade to work with, that makes cooking and preparing much easier. So you're going to take your cabbage and just put it into the bottom of the casserole. You can't really mess this up, by the way, okay? So if you put one layer over the other, that's okay. So next I'm going to take a kibasi, which is pork. This one is fully cooked, and it is a pork kibasi. And I'm just going to cut it into kind of like quarters, if you will, dimes, quarters, whatever you call those, slanted cuts. So I'm cutting it about 1/4 of an inch thick. And again, this is, you could use ham in this. This is smoked sausage. You could use kibasi, whatever your family really enjoys. This is a Texas brand called Eddie's that we tend to like. And I think I told you, but it is fully cooked. So when you're using it, you don't have to think about, oh, is the meat being cooked? All right, and this one's smoked as well. So I'm going to layer some of the sausage right on top of the cabbage. And that's good. I'm going to take a, let's see, what am I going to take? I was looking for something here. Let's see. I'm going to take a potato next, and I'm using my mandolin. You don't have to, you can cut it in quarters, but it makes it pretty easy, because when you're making this, it's just like zip, 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 it's into the container, and you can see how easy this is. All right, well, there is one more slice on that. So you're gonna just take your potatoes and slice them and put them on top of the sausage and that. Can you see that? All right, next I'm gonna take an onion. You don't have to use onion. I just kind of like it, right? It's good for you. So if you can eat onion, and you get a couple of slices of that and put it right on top. And I'm just opening the onion into rings. See how that is? All right, and then I need my garlic press. So let me grab that. And I had everything at my counter, but I didn't. So I'm going to take my garlic press and put it right on top. Garlic just adds a nice flavoring to it. There we go. And move that around a little bit. And I'm going to take, you can use a Mrs. Dash just if you like. I'm using a seasoned salt. It's actually one of the do-it-yourselves, right? Make it at home seasonings that we teach here in Tupperware. And I'm going to use a tablespoon. So I'm just going to take about half of that tablespoon and sprinkle it over those layers there. Next, I'm going to go back to my cabbage again by putting slices of the cabbage on. And this will cook down quite a bit. If you've ever cooked with cabbage, you know, you start out with something really big and then you look and you're like, where did it all go? So just sprinkle that right on top. And there you have it. Such a pretty dish too, especially in this gorgeous stack cooker in peacock. That's a pretty color to begin with. So there is that. Let's use more of the sausage. We'll put that. This will be enough for Bill and I. We'll probably have at least one serving left over. No, it does. But it does make quite a bit. It does make quite a bit. Let me go ahead and do my onion since it's on the mandolin. Sprinkle that right on top. If you've ever, if you like cabbage and you cook with it, you know, there are a lot of health benefits from cabbage. And it's a really good vegetable for you. You can eat cabbage uncooked, right? You can steam it. You can roast it. You could, what else? Boil it. If you boil it, you're going to take all the vitamins out of it practically. So I don't recommend that. One more. All right. And I think I'll do one more potato. These were kind of small potatoes. So why not, right? Because I can have one more potato. So we're just going to go ahead and add that. So why do you eat the things we do on New Year's? Do you eat it New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? Some people like to do it on New Year's Eve. I often make a stuffed cabbage rolls on New Year's Eve as well, and they're always tasty. That's it. See how easy that is? I'm going to just take the rest of that onion since there's just a little bit left and put it right on top. That's perfect. Let me cut this piece. There we go. It will all cook down. And now the rest of my seasoning, again, I used a full tablespoon total. So in both the bottom and the top, when I layered it, was about a half a tablespoon. Again, if you'd rather not use seasonings and you want to use a Mrs. Dash or something, that works. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to add, again, you can use plain water if you like. You don't even need to add liquid, but I do like a little bit of slushiness, right, with my ham and or my cabbage and potatoes. So I'm going to add a cup of, this is a vegetable stock. That is it. We're going to go ahead and put the cover on. I'm going to microwave this for about 15 minutes. Of course, what you're doing is your meat is cooked, your cabbage doesn't take much to cook. So it's really, you're going to be watching your potatoes. So let's stick this into the microwave for 15 minutes, and then I will pull it out and show you what it looks like. All right, so I cooked it for 15 minutes in the microwave on high. I didn't reduce the power. It has set for about 2 minutes. And so let's take a peek, right? Got to take a peek. Oh, it smells delicious. So I'm smelling the seasoning, which was that seasoning salt. Wait, can you see this? I smell the sausage, and it just looks great. The potatoes are very cooked. That's really what you're cooking in this when you put it in the microwave, is to make the potatoes cook. So they are soft. They are ready to go. So let's see what it looks like. That little bit of stock that I put in there is nice, right? That just gives it like a gravy, so to speak. And a little bit more. So here you go. So again, why do you eat cabbage and pork and all these things on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day? To bring you good health and happiness and prosperity, and to root forward in the next year, right? So I'm gonna eat that and enjoy it, and I hope you make this. Again, simple, simple. Let me tell you from the top. You take your cabbage, wash it, peel your potatoes. I did 1 clove of garlic, and then your meat, kielbasa, smoked sausage. You could even use ham if you wanted to. And cut up your cabbage. I do mine in slices and then chop it up, because what you'll see is when you go to lift it up, you want a bite size, right? So you have that, and I layer it. It technically, when it cooks, it kind of rolls around in it, but I layered, I put my cabbage, my meat, my potatoes, I do the garlic and seasoning in the middle, and then layered again. You can see how much that cooked down, and very healthy because there's no added oils in this. If you're cutting back on your salt, just, you know, use a seasoning blend that is low sodium for that. But other than that, it's going to be healthy. So cut those up, layer them, season it if you wish. I added 1 cup of vegetable stock, and then I cooked it 15 minutes in the microwave in the 3-quart casserole. So enjoy, and leave me some love below. Let me know how you like this. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.